Hi, so this is Rachel at the Crystal Tree, and I know it's been a while since I've been on, but I moved and now I have my own art studio, and I've been working on a few things, and so I've decided to make a couple more videos. And I know it's been a while since I've posted anything, but I'm hoping, because I have a new art studio, that I will actually start putting more videos up. So today I'm going to talk about backgrounds and some things that you guys can purchase that are simple and easy, and not really expensive, so that you can have really beautiful backgrounds. So here is a list of some of the things I'm going to talk about today, so that you'll know how certain things are spelled. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is the Wallwainscotting. I think that's how you say it. That's what's behind me right here. This is that wood that you see here. There's actually two here, and I don't know if you can tell, but in the picture here we got one that is more plain looking wood, and then one that has a little bit more decoration. I actually bought this as a set of 20 planks, I believe, or is it 10? I think they come in sets of 10 and 20, and this is what you put on your wall, like maybe in your kitchen or dining room, to set, maybe have like plain wall and then the down below part, and then there'll be like a strip just above. Well, I wanted an interesting wood background without having to go like buy a palette. And you can go get a palette or a free palette at any stores that have palettes. Sometimes they give them away for free. They're out by the garbage can. They say anybody can take them and haul them off. I didn't want to get that dirty, so I went ahead and bought these, and I believe they were probably $20 for a pack. And which is neat is that they're double-sided, so depending on which kind of design I wanted for my background, what I did is I ended up buying 2 packs of them so that I could do 2 different sides. And I'm glad I bought 2 packs, because 1 pack wasn't quite enough to give me the full square that I wanted, because I want my background to be big enough. And as you can see, they're pretty lightweight. I'm going to take one down so you can see they're very thin. I went ahead and did that, but there's an easier way to do it. You could glue it and not have to put tape and stuff like that. But you can see when I bring it up closer, so you can see this is the plainer background. So like, let's say if you wanted this to be the background or maybe the flooring to your item, it works, and it's easy to store. They're very light. Which is nice about this is that you can paint it. So let's say you wanted to do different colors, or you wanted to age it or stain it. You could do this as it is right now, or change the colors up. And since they're so not really that expensive, it's a way for you to get clean wood that's not damaged, and then you can go ahead and design it. A couple of the planks, when I got them out of the package, were a little bit damaged, but maybe you want that look, or save them for another project you can use. And they fit together very easily. Each one of them have like a slight notch at the side, on the side here, that they kind of just fit into each other. And there's a better, like I said, a better way than just taping. I just was doing it really quickly. And they stand pretty nicely. As you can see, I just put that back very easily. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is porcelain floor and wall tile. And you can get these at the Home Depot, same place. And they also sell these at Lowe's. So really a home improvement store, or you can even go online like Amazon and go in and buy it. So I bought these. Now, they're pretty, but they're also kind of heavy. These are actual tile. They're porcelain. So like if I dropped this on the floor right now, it probably would either damage my cement flooring, or it would actually break in half. So it depends on what you're kind of going for, the kind of feel. These do look like real wood. If you can see here, they do have a little bit of a texture to them. But you can see they are made out of they are tile, so they're on the back on stuff like that. But they come in different colors, which I thought was kind of neat. And so it depends on, like with me, I do a lot of miniature stuff now. And so if I want something small, really, I only have to buy one. But I do have 3 different colors that I chose from. Here's another one, so you can see here in the picture. And this one. And I put all 3 together because I thought it was kind of interesting to kind of mix it up and see what would happen. Now, The other thing that I go with, because I do smaller items, and sometimes I do large items too, I do 12 by 12 decorative paper that you use for scrapbooking, and they range from like $1.19, some of them are $2, to like 50 cents. Sometimes you can buy like 3 for $3, I think it was like 20 for $3. It just depends on the sale that they're having at the craft store that I go to. I go to Joann's, Michael's, Hobby Lobby, I'm trying to think, Craft Warehouse. They all carry paper, so it just depends on when you go there. You know, you can use a coupon and purchase from them. And you can also probably go on Amazon and find paper that you might want. So I'm going to show you an example of some of the paper that I've actually picked up that I thought would really be really pretty backgrounds. So I have this one right here, which I thought would be an interesting background. You can buy multiples of them and, you know, line them up. As you can see, I got one here with cowboys. So you can do it with themes. So you can do something like this small, or you can go bigger. And what I would, like a project I was thinking about doing, like I have this like one here that is outer space themed. What I could do is, let's see if I got something here that will work. Okay. So I have this. What I can end up doing is taking it and going like this, and then putting another one on the other side. So it kind of looks like a checkerboard, but it would have the design in the background. You could buy a whole bunch of them, like if you got one like this, where it's a never-ending pattern, you can put them all together and you just got yourself a background. So you can go take a poster board and take these to a poster board, or even Velcro them so you can switch them out much more easier. And some of these also come double-sided, so it just depends on what kind of design you're looking for. And if you have a whole bunch of these, from a distance, are you going to be able to tell that there's a line here? No, you're not going to. So that's why it's another easy way for you to make a background with more variety and some difference. And like I said, I got a lot of them. I mean, this one's moon themed. This one's more like, has little white dots on it. It's like Christmas. I can put, you know, Christmas ornaments on, and this would be a background. So sometimes you don't have to go large like this. If you have like a small item that you just want to put behind, there you go. If you want to go even smaller, let's say you do jewelry, or you made something really pretty and small, like a bracelet or something like that. You could go ahead and use rocks or rice, and I actually have some rocks here. You can see, look at all the different colors and stuff like that. You could stick this in a bowl, and it would be, I mean, really pretty just to see it in a bowl. Okay, I'll show you. And you can use it as background, and it's fairly simple and easy to do. I'll show you in here. So see how, like, how different that is? So you can have like something like this, and then you can have it as a background, like this. It's a pretty dish. I can use the dish as a background. It's just thinking out of the box. You know, if you see something with a really interesting pattern, think, well, hey, you can just turn it upside down. I did that the other day. I was at the Goodwill, and I saw this at the Goodwill. And it's just an ordinary box. It's nothing, you know, fancy or anything like that. But as soon as I turned it over, now this background doesn't look the best, but when it's smaller, and you have like a small item next to it, you can't tell. And so I liked the fact that this coloring right here was the stain of the wood, or the wood had gotten wet at one point. I liked the design that was on this, and I've done some very interesting miniature photos with it when I went ahead and photographed some little tiny bottles that I've made, and I wanted to give it more of a gothic, dark look. This was the background I ended up using, and I will later hopefully do a video to show you how to make wood look this color. This is brand new wood that they actually went ahead and distressed and painted, and it's not even hard to do. It's more or less you just watering down paint and applying it to the wood and then taking it off. And I'll try and do a video for you later so you can see how that's done. Now, let's say you want to get fancier and you want an actual backdrop. Well, backdrops, depending on where you used to buy them, they used to be very expensive. You can use fabric. I have, like, this is some fabric I just bought somewhere. It's very pretty. You can use fabric as a backdrop. Goodwill has bed sheets and stuff like that that you can easily turn into a bigger backdrop. If you want to go with something more, you know, that you could purchase, I went ahead and got this backdrop, I can stand up so you can kind of see what it looks like. And as you can see, when it arrives, it's wrinkled. And then the other side, I've ironed it so that you can see that the wrinkles are coming out. This right here is not a wrinkle. That is actually the lines that are on the wall. But you can see over here that, that there are wrinkles on it. But it's a very pretty background. And it is a vinyl background. And it's not very large, but it's bigger than what I had before. And to store them, I don't fold them. I actually keep them nicely rolled up like a poster. And I'm in the process right now of making them less wrinkled, because when they arrive, they come right folded. Let's see here. This one has a whole bunch of lines in it, but it's a very beautiful background. And it's cheap, it's easy to store, because all you really need is a tall box, and then just roll them up like you would a poster and stick them right back in there. And I do have a YouTube video that I have a YouTube video that I actually recently just uploaded about the background I just showed you, on how to iron those folds out. And so if you're interested in something like that, I also have this background here, so in case you wanted to know if you wanted a different wood background, you can actually purchase one. Like something like similar like this. Let's see here. They put little twinkle lights. What you could easily do is take this, stain it, get yourself some little tiny Christmas lights, and you can go ahead and hang them, and you can actually recreate this entire background, but on actually wood. And I think this is an interesting background. Lots of people think it's nice. The only problem is that it's a lot lighter than the photo that they showed on their website. So one thing you have to take in consideration is that when you purchase one of these off of wish.com, this one was, I think right now it's currently $6. It is a 3 by 5 foot backdrop. And it is, and this one is one I went ahead and it's already been, the folds are already gone out of it. But you can purchase it, but the risk you have to take is that it will be lighter when you get it. Sometimes they'll be darker, sometimes they'll be lighter. Sometimes the picture might be a little screwed up. This white one, I just noticed when I put it up, actually has a little copyright symbol, I think, right in the middle of the page. So when I photograph my item, I kind of have to bring the camera down a bit. So that's something you might want to look out for, is when you do purchase from these foreign companies online for backdrops, you want to make sure that they're getting their backdrops from a place that they didn't just, pull it off the internet and then just printed it on the paper. This stuff right here comes off probably a giant printer, and there's a certain way you have to take care of them. You don't want to iron on the front of the page. You have to flip it over and iron on the back. And like I said, I have a YouTube video for that. So that's all I'm going to talk about for today. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. Please like and subscribe.